ever since Joe Biden dropped out of the 2024 race, Kamala Harris has been touting her record as a California prosecutor. The same disastrous record that Tulsi Gabbard exposed on the debate stage back in 2019. Take a look.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Well, Fox News contributor Tulsi Gabbard joins us now. Obviously, just an iconic, it wasn't an exchange. Harris was not expecting anything, and suddenly you came out with that. But you were just reciting the facts, things that other people didn't know. And there's more out there. Do you see this being the problem she faces now is reality versus what they're trying to pitch to the American people?
Well, Tammy, the things that I challenged her on with her record were actually very easy to find, well-known facts. The point is that the mainstream propaganda media refused to confront her with her record. The other Democrats on that debate stage refused to confront her on her record. And that's really what we're going to see more of here now over these next few months in this campaign. She will be treated like kid gloves as they do everything they possibly can to cover up this very disturbing record, especially as she is yet again now touting that she will be a prosecutor president. That should terrify every American, because when you look at, there's two kinds of prosecutors. You have people who are crooked and people who are honest. Prosecutors who are serving their own self-interest versus those who are committed to serving the people and upholding the rule of law. And Kamala Harris has shown us, as vice president, as U.S. senator, as California attorney general, exactly who she is. She will put her own self-interest ahead of the interests of the people who she is supposed to be serving every step of the way, and she will not hesitate to weaponize the Department of Justice and law enforcement, as we've seen over the last few years. As U.S. Senator, she opposed and attacked the judicial nominee as she's sitting on the Judiciary Committee simply for being Catholic and a member of the Knights of Columbus. And one of many examples of what she did as Attorney General was fight to withhold DNA evidence from a judge that would have exonerated an innocent man from death row.
You know, and we've seen that. Excellent points. These are horrible things. And Americans are worried, as they should be, about corrupt politicians weaponizing, especially the justice system, against us. And in the meantime, she promotes and touts the bail fund for rioters, getting certain kinds of criminals out and about. It seems like there's a selective dynamic here. But you mentioned, you know, a cover-up that the media is going to do for her. Do you think she was involved and should be held accountable for this obviously years-long cover-up of Biden's condition? She's the vice president. We look to that person to have our backs in a way as the second person in command. Where do you think, what do you think her role was in that regard?
Well, you know, it's very clear that she, like so many others, were trying to pretend that there was no issue here for the last 3.5 years. Of course, President Biden's performance at the debate with President Trump exposed their lie. The fact that even in the days after that, when everyone saw in plain sight that clearly Joe Biden is not the one calling the shots, he is not capable of being our president and commander-in-chief, even after that debate, she went on all of these news shows and said with a straight face that she spends time with him every day, that he is sharp, that he's this, he's this, he's this. And yet now, you know, the story is changing, of course, once she has now stepped up to the plate.
Yeah. Do you think she's going to be the nominee? It's not final yet. It seems like. So this is their Hail Mary pass. Well, it's a fascinating time, isn't it? And great stuff. Not only
they've changed.
Go ahead.
They've changed the horse, but they will not change the policy. So we cannot be distracted by exactly who she is and what she'll do to destroy our country.
Excellent point. Excellent point. All right, Tulsi Gabbard, great work once again. Thank you.